Hey everyone, it's Emily here from Phoenix Gateway, and I'm here to bring you your general reading for the week starting the 1st of July to the 7th. And it's a huge week coming up astrologically. The part that I'm specifically talking about is the full solar eclipse that we have on the 2nd on Tuesday. And with that is also a new moon in Cancer. So big part of me thinks that there's going to be emotions flying all over the place. But in saying that, I feel that a lot of these emotions could be ecstatic and joyous, and it may be something that you may be celebrating going on this week. For others, it's going to be a lot of contemplation, I think, with what is going on energetically. People that are maybe avoiding certain aspects of their lives, it's going to come up and hit them smack in the face, really. And it's going to be there because they're going to need to really think about what is going on in their lives and what changes really need to be done now, what is for their highest good. I believe that energetically as well, in particular with this full solar eclipse, that it is meant to bring a lot of abundance, and a lot of abundance in many ways. It's not always just about money. It may be that you're celebrating something, a part of business that you have worked so hard on in creating. And I think that's a big part of it, is what we're manifesting through for ourselves. And we've worked so hard for, and we're really starting to see that, and going to be seeing it now. July, I feel, is going to be a very, very big month for many because of all the hard work and the hard yards people are putting in. I think there'll be a lot of completions on different levels, whether it be in relationships, whether it be in work, or it could even be on the family front. It's different for everyone, very individual, but I think as a whole, that we're going to be really seeing some amazing things happening this week. That's a definitely. Now I'm going to be just putting this phone down, or this camera, and I'm going to face it downwards so that we can actually draw some cards that should stay. Okay, just going to move that. And I'm going to shuffle these cards, and let's see what the cards are actually telling us. I have to say, just to bring in, for me, I've made that realization over the last few weeks, the area of my life that really need to focus on in terms of my business, and seeing, where all my work and hard work is going. And I know for sure, these have just come out beautifully, but it's also to do with my liquid alchemy, all my elixirs, my tinctures that are coming through. And this is where I'm really going to be concentrating, and I've really been hard at work this past week in creative stations, and I'm looking forward to birthing all that through as well. So here we go, cards starting. We've got the first card is the Okoza. So I'm just going to pull 3 cards. I'm just going to have to, I think, bring that down just a little bit more, just so it can be seen. So that's the first card. Okay, let's have a week for the week of the 1st to the 7th of July, please. Card for the 1st to the 7th of July. What is it that we need to know as a general reading for this week? Oh, beautiful. The 852 frequency. Okay, let's pull another card. Yep. Just a few too many. Should I take them? There's too many there. those cards don't want to come out today, so let's come out. Okay. The third card that came through is the tetrahedron. Before I read these, I'm just going to pull another card here. Don't do these upside down. So let's just pull them out. Okay, so looking at these cards with what is coming out, I feel that these cards very much are on a very personal level for most. And when I say that, I mean it because I think we're being asked individually that we really need to speak our heartfelt truths. What is it that you really desire? What is it that you really want most right now in your life? What is it that you're avoiding? I think what it's really telling us is that, you know, we keep hiding, probably not hiding is the right word, but we just avoid what it is that we really need to do right now. And for each one of us, it will be on different levels of, you know, personal, business, whatever else, but it really all starts to join together anyway, because when we avoid aspects of ourselves, then we can't put those aspects into our business or even into our family life. You know, if you're unhappy, speak up. If you're feeling you know, neglected, or if you're feeling that something was not fair, speak up. If you feel that you need to bring some work through, speak up, bring it through, voice it, let others know. We're here to share. So that's the Okaza. It's about speaking your truth. 852 is getting more in tune with ourselves on an intuitive level. It's, you know, this is the time when we're really starting to open out, you know, activating our light codes and DNA. This is 852 frequency, and it's so imperative that we do this right now. You know, too many of us are dumbed down, too many of us are not looking up, too many of us are too busy with our head in our phones or on social media that we're not really looking at what is most important right now. It's about going within. It's about, you know, working on our intuition and on a scale of meditation and mindfulness. This is about where we need to go right now and opening up on a spiritual aspect. And, you know, we can use the solar, this full solar eclipse to help us with that. Use that sun energy to, you know, help bring forth what, you know, taking action in our life. And this really is all about that sun energy. It's the solar plexus, and it's telling us to take action now. It's enough sitting back. It's enough not doing enough of what we've needed to do on certain or I'm going to rephrase this, because this week for me is a week that really is going to show our full potential. And it's saying stop with fear, stop with, you know, avoidance, you know, stop doing those things, like I said earlier, about putting more energy into your social medias. It's start putting it all into what you are craving, what you truly desire, and that you can speak out about what it is that you're creating. And, you know, it's about taking action, no more sitting back, taking action, because this is the week to bring it through, you know. Go gung-ho, whatever it needs to be to bring it through. And through that, you know, we're doing that awakening aspect. We're bringing through that knowledge, awakening that knowledge and wisdom that lies within, and we're bringing it through to help us to take action in our lives. Because you know, it's not just all the physical aspect, but it is very much on a more conscious level, on a soul level, because it's about working and working towards the truth and working towards light. Okay, and as we take action, we're going to really need to ground all aspects of what we are bringing through. We're anchoring it. Really important to anchor these energies right now, these beautiful energies that we're having, because as we anchor it, we can then create the foundations we need to, you know, bring it all to fruition and to remember as well. Remember the knowledge, remember the wisdom. And I think when I say about grounding and anchoring it, it is through writing that we can do this, very much so. And, you know, it may even be through art. You know, I don't know whatever your creativity is, but make sure that what you are bringing through, you are grounding and anchoring it into your creations. At the 639, another solfeggio frequency, this is all heart and relationships, and it's a reminder of how important it is to, you know, have that beautiful relationship with self first and foremost. Work on that, because I think one of the things I've personally been finding, you know, is how I value my worth. And I'm using me because I'm a perfect example, and I'm sure I'm not alone in this. And, you know, I think, you know, I have my beautiful daughter, or one of my beautiful children, who reminds me. And it is remember the importance of who you are first and foremost, and seeing your worth and seeing your beauty and seeing the importance of being strong and being there for you first and foremost. Because as we are there with ourselves, and as we allow that cup to start to overflow, we then can work on those relationships with others around us. And I think, you know, it's not just a relationship of friends or family, but it's your relationship in your business with you and your audience. I think that's a really big one. And, you know, yeah, I really, really see it. As you see your worth, as you believe in yourself, you know, you are going to find others are going to follow through, you know, follow and follow you and take a huge interest, because as you show your worth and your belief in what you do, then the relationship is going to go two ways. And inner child, you know, maybe sometimes we need to reflect back a little bit into the inner child, the happy times, the joyful times. And I say it is, you know, when we look at the inner child was, you know, without stipulations. The inner child is carefree and happy and joyful. And sometimes it's really important to remember that as well, and bring that through, you know, in your life. And as you are taking action, and you know, you're opening up and acknowledging, you know, more of the wisdoms that are coming through as our frequencies is changing, and you're expressing who you are and what it is that you want. I think it's important to bring the joy into it. And sometimes, you know, because we're so serious in life, but I think this, you know, this week is going to show us that it's okay. We can have that time to have that inner play, and to just be, and to do what makes your heart sing. And if you are working on something beautiful, that, you know, bring that playfulness and bring that beauty, and bring, you know, all that the inner child, you know, that joy within. Bring it to the surface and bring it into your work. I wouldn't mind pulling just another 1 or 2 cards just to see what comes up. This is a really nice reading. Okay. Vitality. I think, you know, this is also telling us that sometimes it can be when this comes through, it's about energetically, you know, energy's running a little low. But I think given this reading, I feel that our energy is actually going to be more on a high this week. It's going to be that we're physically feeling more alive in many ways. And, you know, I think it's also telling us that if you are really busy, you know, it would be nice that you go out and you might take to do a little bit of exercise and just get that blood pumping, get that life force going. And this particular shape, the rhombic dodecahedron, is all about the garnet, or it is actually the garnet crystal. So you could even carry a garnet crystal with you to, you know, to really feel into that life force, that life flow for this week. And there we go again. It's all about that creation and being in tune with that, the inner goddess. It doesn't matter if you're male or female, but you know, it's about getting that inner goddess going and really feeling into her, because sometimes we need to bring more the feminine aspect. You know, one of the Hermetic laws is the law of gender, and within the law of gender we know that, you know, it's very important to have that balance. So for the men out there, this is telling you that you need to get more in touch with the feminine aspect of yourself. And for the women out there, you know, it's telling you that you really need to embrace that goddess energy within yourself. You know, sometimes we take on more than one role, and you know, we may find ourselves we need to take on them, both the masculine and the feminine, especially for those who may be single parents or in a relationship where there's no men around. So either way, you know, really get in touch with that feminine, that beauty of you. So can't help myself, can I? I've had to pull one more, and this is the awakening. And what a beautiful way to finish it. And, you know, when I pull this card, I'm actually going to pull one other card, because it shows us exactly what it is that we're working on right now. And this is telling us this is about the earth heart. This is the truncated octahedron. And within this beautiful shape, it is that connection to heaven and earth, as above, so below. The law of correspondence, absolutely beautiful. So important. All the ancient knowledge, all the ancient wisdom, in which whale medicine also carries with this card. Absolutely love it. So if I was to pull one card on this, hell yeah. This is Dreamweaver. And this is what this week is all about. It is about manifesting it all, baby. It's about bringing it all together, creating those foundations, and the work that you have done on yourself, the work you are doing on yourself, the work you are creating in your business. It is coming to fruition. All your hard work is paying off. This is absolutely beautiful, and what a way to finish this reading. I'd love to hear how people go this week and how you've actually found this reading. Yeah, have an absolutely awesome week wherever you are in this world. Embrace every aspect of what comes this week, because it is this, you know, everything that you experience is what makes you who you are. So have a wonderful week, and I'll speak to you soon. Okay, bye.